Ranmaru doesn't really like Italy so far. They are all the time in some villages. Plus, everyone forgot about him, and he ended up alone. He can't forget the night he spent with Albert. He thought that he would never see that beautiful man again, but suddenly a car stopped nearby and Albert got out. Meanwhile, the others noticed that Ranmaru was missing. Kaoru started to feel a little worried about him. Albert decided to drive the poor guy to Rome. He brought him to his home, where his love for Japan is clearly visible. The man fed the lad and Ranmaru took Albert's bed like last time. The Japanese guy's feet were aching and the polite Italian decided to give him a massage. Ranmaru said he now understood why his wife likes Italians so much. Albert suggested the guy fall in love with the Italian who massages him, but Ranmaru fell asleep. The man kissed him on the cheek. In the morning, Ranmaru met Gandu. The man started bothering him again. He revealed that the newspaper had announced that the guy was missing and promised a reward to whoever found him. His henchmen tried to grab Ranmaru, but Albert came to his rescue. He thought they were harassing his lover. He couldn't resist kissing him in the middle of the street. The Italian mafia were watching them. The family was very happy that Ranmaru was okay. The boy wanted to introduce his savior to everyone, but Albert walked away. Ranmaru caught up with him and wanted to take him back, but the man dragged him into the elevator and said he wanted to do what they did on the ship again. Ranmaru thought it was part of friendship, but Albert said he couldn't be friends with him. He kissed the guy and started touching him. At that moment, the elevator doors opened and Gandu saw everything. He called them names and Ranmaru hit him. The guy said he could only be friends with Albert and ran away. Later, Ranmaru found a note in his pocket. He went to the address and saw Albert sitting in the bar. The guy did not dare to go in and left. On the way, he was approached for help by some girls. As it turned out, they lured him into a trap. The kidnappers decided to make some kind of video with the Japanese guy. Ranmaru had drunk something and was feeling sick. He was barely able to fight off the men. The video of what was going on was broadcast to the rich men. Ranmaru was put up for sale. Gandu accidentally got on their ship. Even though he hates the guy, he couldn't let them embarrass the Yakuza like that. Albert, meanwhile, was trying to figure out what had happened. He found out which ship the guy was taken to and went to rescue him. I can't show what was done to Ranmaru on YouTube, so I'll put it on Patreon. The guy came to his senses and bit one of the kidnappers. He was able to escape into the corridor, but still didn't understand what was going on. Gandu found him and helped to hide. Ranmaru started to harass him, but came to his senses again and ran away. Albert flew to the ship in a helicopter. The guy couldn't walk anymore. He regretted that he hadn't gone to the bar then. The kidnappers found him, but Albert came to the rescue again. Ranmaru didn't recognize the man and hit him, but then he threw himself into his arms and apologized. He said he loves him and kissed. What they did next also on Patreon. Albert then took Ranmaru in his arms and they flew away together in a helicopter away from everyone.